Oh, Coco, I'm not talking to you. So,
this is going to be hard with Coco. She responds to everything.
I know, she's going to be like, what? You talking to me? What?
Any
You
emotion brings her into the room.
Yeah. This is our podcast from hell. We've been talking about it for 30 years. Sin and Tonic Podcast. Are we using pseudonyms or are we using our real names?
I always go by pseudonyms. That's better for legal reasons.
I don't have a pseudonym.
Handy.
I retired my pseudonym.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm using
when
my
I turned 30.
Having a stage name after 30 makes
But I don't know about y'all.
So you just go by Dick now?
Yeah. That depends. And other people have been making pseudonyms for me for years.
Gotcha.
I'll just stay with MD 2020.
Okay. And Handy J?
No.
He's not Handy J anymore?
No.
You call him Handy when you talk to me.
Well, that's a whole different story.
Okay,
Jeremy.
Call me whatever you want.
This is our friend Steve.
You'll be the one like putting titles on this, so you can put whatever title you want right here or right here.
This is a guy who walked in off the street. We don't know who he is. We have to start with you. We met first.
Mm-hmm.
So we met how?
Yeah, how?
In an ad.
Men Seeking Men.
But who wrote the ad?
Yes, I responded to your ad for a bass player for the band that I hated.
Right.
And I said, that guy's an asshole.
You did.
Because you were
Clearly
throwing rice in people's drinks at the show that
Clearly
we
my
played at.
charm ruined you and the audience at the time.
I was fascinated that anyone could be so full of themselves and such an asshole. And I said, I got to audition for that guy's band.
And it's been working for me ever since.
Yes.
You thought it was going to be the ultimate troll to get in there.
Yeah, I was pulling a Trisha Paytas auditions for a band.
It was like some great Hollywood plot that
Yes.
you were going to get in there, break his heart, and then run off.
And then I basically pulled a Yoko, and your band was pissed because I joined the band.
It wasn't that simple. I tried to bring you into rehearsal, and then you had several complaints, all of which I think were made up at the time. Either you couldn't play, or your sugar dropped, or your brain fell out, or a bunch
That's
of
about.
shit. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
So the guys in the band hated you.
Well, I was an asshole.
Yeah, not
But that's why.
that they were very good to begin with.
Yeah.
So then we came up with this elaborate plot to break up the band and reform it.
It wasn't that elaborate, really.
Well, no. But then while breaking up with the guitar player, while you were in the room,
You didn't hang up the phone.
I did hang up the phone, so you heard the whole plot.
You cannot make this shit up.
Yeah.
You can't make
I know.
this shit up.
Yeah,
No, you can't
I
make that
remember
stuff up.
like making up some story. He's talking to him, telling this whole story. Hangs up the phone. It's not hung up all the way. We hear his voice on the
That's it,
phone.
hey,
Like,
guys.
I'm still here. Like, oh my god.
Not really still here because we broke up the band.
And we were like, that went according to plan.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, he trades that hell for this hell.
Right. But the next show we had, 1,000 people?
Oh yeah, the
State Theater.
State Theater.
All worked out well.
We got rid of
Except
them.
You two dicks are still here.
So how long have we known each other?
20 something? 22?
We met in
22.
1991.
23.
I partied too much and I killed those brain cells. How did you come along again?
If I recall correctly, once again, I placed an ad in the Metro Times for Men Seeking Men. No, I placed an ad and I said, amazing, funky jazz, noise guitar player, looking for a band. I lied. I had some interesting responses from that, which I won't even bother getting into. Probably like the 10th or 12th person to call was MD 2020.
I think
and
I
it was
found the ad and I showed it to you.
And that kind of came out afterwards. But so from my perspective, I get this ad, I get this answering machine message.
We had a stupid message.
It was a stupid message.
It's like a joke
and
message.
and he
Awesome.
and he said his name.
I wrote it.
He said his name was Jim. which
Yeah.
it's not. But so he said his name was Jim. So I called him.
That was also to keep the old guitar players from calling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess because any other name he would have put in would have been pretty easy to
They would
tell
have
who
figured out
that
that,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, and everybody, again, this
In
was like
town,
1994.
everybody knew
Everybody
in
knew
Detroit.
what was going on.
Everybody
Everybody
knew
would have seen this
everybody's-
paper. Nobody had anything going on outside of the
That was the
own
paper to
circle.
find other musicians.
So I get this message from this guy named Jim. I call him. We sort of talk about, what bands and scenes we had in common. And immediately he knew the band that I was in. And when he mentioned the band the band that I had been in, and when he mentioned the band that they were in, I immediately knew.
We knew each other.
I immediately knew what was going on. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's great. So we had some stories about, shows we'd been, big, 10 band, 20 band jam type stuff that we'd been to and played together. We hit it off pretty good. But the thing is I was calling him Jim for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, you didn't know his name wasn't
Because,
Jim.
nobody,
like, by
nobody
the
stopped.
way,
And so
his
she
name's not
finally
Jim.
stops me. Maybe even 2 weeks into it, she stops me and she's like, his name's not Jim. And I'm like, well, no, because how the would I know his name's not Jim? Because I don't come from a world where people call you up and leave fake,
Fake
names on your answer machine.
As far as he knows.
As far as I know, yeah. At the time, there's no way of telling. We got together, we rehearsed.
I didn't go that smoothly. First of all, I knew the band, but I didn't know this joker, and he sounds like an extra from the real world. He's like, yeah, that's cool, bro,
Come on,
peace. And I'm like, this
he
is
had
gonna,
hair like Jesus hair.
This is gonna go terrible.
And the wah-wah pedals.
Yeah,
And
it's gonna be it's gonna be some terrible white funk,
Right.
and it's just gonna be awful.
Well,
you were a Jewish rapper
Well,
who played funk guitar.
Yeah,
I'm like, what could go wrong?
Yeah.
We should explain that Mental Landscape was a straight up punk band, pretty much. Like, not totally straight up, but it was, compared to
What
what
did you
he
guys
did.
call it at the time? Aggro punk or something like that?
No, I think it was agro-industrial.
Agro-industrial.
But anyway, my thing was to bring a funk-based kind of wah-wah guitar player into that kind of thing.
That's what
like
they
another
wanted, but it
dimension.
just ended up where I just started playing the shit that they were doing.
Yeah.
Screw that plan.
Yeah.
That essentially what's in. Yeah, Jim at the time telling me
Good old Jim.
that I didn't match the person that was on the phone.
We talked to one guy on the phone, and this other guy shows up.
So we do the rehearsal.
So I think the rehearsal goes fine. And it actually did go fine. I showed up, knowing all the material that they had asked me to cover.
He's the only one who auditioned who actually bothered to learn the material.
That's true.
I mean, really.
We bothered to learn more than one song.
More than one song,
I
which was
learned-
impressive.
I think I learned 3 songs. I thought the rehearsal went well. It seemed like we made it through all of the material.
We made it through all 3. We went through 3 songs. And it was like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah, that's what they said. We can do this.
We can do this. We can put up with this.
I remember the drummer liking me.
Who was our drummer then?
It was Ken.
It was Ken.
Was it Ken?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
So we rehearse. So do this audition, and so it went well. By audition standards. I go home, and later that evening, I get a call from Jim over here. He is at work. This is in the evening. He's like on a break, and he's chomping on friggin' celery. And I can tell over the phone that it's celery. Only celery does this, You just hear them strings pulling off of there, and I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going, Jim? He's like, oh, great. Mind you, not even like telling me at this time yet. Jim's not my name, don't call me Jim. He says, how do you think the audition went? And I said, I thought it went great. And he's like, yeah, I think it went great too. We're still looking for other people.
It was like,
I thought it was more like we have several people that were considered.
I mean, I know that's what you think, but you also think that we met 21 years ago.
Yeah.
So the next time I went to go rehearse, we had another great rehearsal, and they bring me up into their apartment, which was next door, and their manager was there and everything, and they offered me the position playing with them, and I said yes. Because I'm like, you jerks. I thought, well, this seems like a great fit. And they're all like, yeah, we're still interviewing people.
Yeah, we're still interviewing other people.
That was just his personality, though.
Well, sure, it's
Like,
Jim. God love Jim.
Okay, so
And we're still interviewing other people.
Yeah.
we're still 30 years later. He doesn't know. We're still interviewing him. I have a game that we're going to play.
Oh, no.
Because everybody likes games.
Cringe.
No, this is a good one.
All right.
I don't know if anyone's ever done this, but because we have 30 years of history together and many CDs and many things that we've done, and I have been the keeper of the crap in the band. This is like one thing of like, 30 or 40 storage totes of our crap. We're going to play a game called First Impressions Retro Edition.
Okay.
This is already turning into a cringe segment.
I'm just going to grab something. I don't know what it is, and then it's going to be First Impression.
Painful.
You can have 3 words.
Brilliant.
Thank you. This was from 1995. Oh my God, we're so old.
First record I played on.
Yes. And
First good record they ever did.
this is an awesome CD.
Well, I mean, that's one thing.
This is most of it.
We, like...
My song sucked.
No, I mean, that is like one piece of art,
That's more than
right?
3 words.
That my impression is done.
Okay.
But,
Painful. But why
No.
painful?
because every single part of it was something that
that
we...
the old guitar player learned?
No. That was all new stuff that I wrote. No, because every part of it was something that we like worked our fingers to the bone for. Every single decision on it was something that we picked over,
It was
insanely.
like an OCD times a million.
Everything from all of concept for the cover.
That's me on the cover, and I have to tell the story of this nonsense.
That's part of the painfulness.
The painfulness.
Yeah.
What are those strips called?
Somebody had to be a brilliant art director. Unfortunately, there was one around.
What are those strips called that made my eyes glow like that?
Those are fluorescein.
Fluorescein. I had contact lenses, and it was his idea to do fluorescein in everyone's eyes and light it so that to see if we could make our eyes glow. But I was the only one who wore contact lenses, and it didn't do anything in anyone else's eyes.
We tried. We had contacts.
It was like killing your. It was.
It did. It just didn't light up good enough.
It didn't do this though. This stuff actually stained my contacts, which looked really cool.
Yeah.
Next thing,
Okay.
I'm really sorry. I just picked stuff.
Right.
I'm showing him first.
Oh boy. Yikes.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
The greatest thing about this photo is that it's at Elvin's, and there's a kitchen in the background, and there's a thing that says beef vegetable, turkey vegetable, fresh egg, hot cider.
I think it's important to point out too, though, that
stunning.
like today it might not be as strange to see a grown man in like was that Maleficent?
He was trying to figure out what to paint on his face.
He was
and
a
he ended up
trailbreaker.
using a St. Ives mask.
Yeah.
Now I'd
That
be
was-
on The Masked Singer.
Oh my God. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Dirty Show 8. Half-Life Sin and Tonic.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
it's a review in there.
Yeah.
that was a great record. That was a record. Now this is the other side
3
of the coin.
words. 3 words. We were in.
I've moved on from 3 words. All right.
He's not doing the 3-word thing anymore.
Here's
Mephistos!
Yeah.
That bar was awesome.
That's ridiculous. 60-second crush choking Susan, and we're all in this one.
Yep. Yeah. So here
Oh,
we
there
are.
we go. Yeah,
Here's-
this is beautiful. This is.
That was a good graphic too. So
It was a good
there's us
graphic.
in local paper, Half-Life Sin and Tonic. When the band got together and started what is now Half-Life, Andy J guitar and Jim, MD 2020 vocals, made a list of everything they hated about drum machines and decided what not to be. They did it well. The new CD is a true reflection of what this band is capable of doing. Booty core at its finest. Hell yeah. I'm the only person who I'm like bitchy in this article and saying they're leaving us out of festivals.
Yeah, you always had something to bitch bitch about.
Yeah, I did. That was my job.
To expand on this though, Sin and Tonic was one of our great records that we didn't work really hard.
Yeah, it was
It
like
just turned out
effortless.
great, you know.
It was effortless, and I think still to this day, one of our best things we've ever done, all of us collectively.
It makes me laugh.
And that's where the podcast name comes from. And the way we came up with the name Sin and Tonic, the one thing we completely stressed over was what to name it. And my best friends in second grade, Angela, I don't know why, just one day I was thinking of talking to her, hanging out with her. Her favorite drink at the time was gin and tonics. And I just laughingly said Sin and Tonic, and it just stuck. And so it's kind of a little nod to my bestie too. Next. You don't recognize it? Oh.
Sure.
Ooh. We lived here for like 10 years, and he doesn't remember.
Oh, yeah.
It was on the Wayne State campus. This is their fence. It was raining. I was standing on the porch to where we would go into our neighborhood.
This is where we rehearsed.
Yeah, we rehearsed in the basement of this place. Nobody remembers it, which is really funny. All right. Oh, that was interesting.
We were always inside of the place.
Ay.
This is the Mark Arminsky. He's a Detroit artist at Severance, which is our friend's gallery at the time. There's me with my little girl Tippy. Back in the day, she went everywhere with me. She's kind of my muse. There's Mark right there, and is it Sparkly in this? Yep, there's Sparkly in the corner.
Yep, dated her.
That's Scoots, isn't it?
Yep, dated her.
Well, you don't. Oh, Keith from Nor Leather. Wanna look at? What do you? Jeremy's like
trash. Whenever these Ritz camera prints come out,
you're like,
it's nothing good is coming.
Nothing good is coming.
Oh dear.
That's Jeremy with the long bobbed hair.
Wow,
Wait, he had the chain, the wallet chain,
a chain
and the
wallet.
wallet chain, and you were like every '90s stereotype.
Yeah,
all at once.
Except for I wasn't having sex and I wasn't smoking weed.
And you were like, I don't know what's going on there. I was skinny, and I had the white blonde hair, and look at those boots.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite, my Rickenbacker, my favorite bass.
I look like I'm busting tables.
This was the
Whitney Garden Party.
Yeah, it was Whitney Garden Party. This was what did they call those that Jamie used to love? The multi-purpose garment. Chameleons. Yeah, you could make these things into pants, a tunic, a shirt, or a blouse.
This is why I love that I keep everything sometimes. I should have framed this and given this to him for Christmas.
Unless I have a good reason.
unless.
Three unlesses. So that was his allegedly.
What was I promising to do?
I have no idea.
Huh, interesting.
But we lived in an apartment together, a 3-bedroom apartment, and I found this note, no idea what was going on there. Something made me keep this. Oh, this is a good one. I can't believe I have this stuff. I was cleaning my office, and always a good time. Anyone who knows who this is, comment below and you get bonus points. What is that?
A SkyTel? Oh.
Oh man, a bill for a pager.
Yes.
It's a pager bill.
Jesus.
When we didn't have cell phones, but we had beepers.
But the SkyTel had the one that you wore.
You had the watch. We had the SkyTel watch.
And it would go across like a teletype feed.
Yeah, and it would it was text messaging.
Pager,
it was almost like text messaging.
Alphanumeric pager.
Yeah. And this is from 12/18/99.
Yep. And you go beep beep, and you go
beep beep beep, and you go, I got my.
It's MI6.
Yeah. Oh my God, we were it was so awful.
That was the greatest. Hey, wait, that's from when?
99.
99. I had that on my wrist in 99. You iWatch wearers.
We were ahead of our time.
It wasn't so cool when you still had it on your wrist in 2004.
Let me hold up what it is. And it's on the back of one of our old flyers.
Yep.
That's crazy. This looks like another painful Sunday afternoon.
Painful Sunday afternoon. That's one of the new songs you'll be writing.
So we used to rehearse Sunday all day long.
Well, we would get up in the morning, we'd clean the apartment, I'd make breakfast, we'd wait for Ken to show up, and then we would go next door and have band practice.
Right. Sometimes we'd go out to breakfast. And there's something about like being Sunday, early afternoon, right, and going out to brunch or breakfast, and just knowing that was like the only fun you were going to have.
Oh, nice. Sheesh.
We'd rehearse all day. Yeah, we'd rehearse. It was, we were pretty.
This appears to be
what it
the
is.
final arrangement of the song.
Final arrangement of the song.
So this is 2 rounds of the drums coming in first, 2 rounds
This
of the
is
bass.
how we write
guitar,
music at the time.
Verses, chorus. This is a long damn song.
Yes, that song
It is a long song.
Yeah.
went on and on
On and on.
and on. Oh, this is a good one. This is the oldie days.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, there's Diablo.
Dobbs and Ripley.
Yeah.
So this was in Jamie's yard, and
It's amazing. It's
Jamie's pit bull and our first.
It's
husky.
just odd to see. It's like odd to see Diablo just running around with another dog, and not destroy.
because
and
he
not,
was the only dog then.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
the destroyer
him
of
and
worlds.
Carlos,
Yeah.
not the destroyer of worlds. And Ripley's like, oh,
And that's his Diablo's typical pose right there.
Blurg.
Just blur, blur.
Blurg. Oh, miss that guy. So both of them obviously have left us quite a while ago, but
yes.
they were awesome, both of them in their own right. Your first pity.
My first pit bull.
Your first pity that I found when I was working at a vet clinic, and these people walked in with this pit bull puppy, this brindle puppy, and said we found him at a car wash on 8 Mile, sitting by the car wash alone. So they picked him up, and of course they drove to the vet clinic and said, "What do we do with him?" I'm like, "I don't know. We're a vet clinic. Do we look like a rescue?" But I knew he liked the pitties, and we went and met him. And you pulled the guitar player. Well, we're interviewing other puppies right now.
Yeah.
We got callbacks on
We got
3 puppies.
callbacks on some other puppies, but we'll keep you in mind. But secretly, he was like love at first sight. He loved him.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so I
He
mean,
was foldy.
He was
he was that puppy that you could just fold him into like a little
shape. One more, and I'm doing this one because this is a shameless self-promotion.
Still don't believe it.
I could really hurt you if I hit you with this. It's plexiglass.
Let me see. Did he win some other award too?
We finally won Best Band
Yeah,
at the Music Awards.
Yeah, the 2 times we won music awards, we weren't there to receive them.
Look at this. The 12th Detroit Music Awards. For you Detroiters, you know that was...
And this is a Mark
back,
Arminsky print that was the poster.
Oh, yeah.
That was, I think, the best one he ever did,
Yeah,
too.
That was a good one.
That was, like, the best, and it's not just because it's purple, and I like purple. 1994, I won Best Bassist, and they spelled my name wrong.
Yeah.
And they didn't use my stage name, and I was like, people nominated me under my stage name and under my real name. And I still won, which is amazing, because it's like, split the vote, but I really would have preferred to win under my stage name.
Well, your stage name didn't win.
Yeah,
the
I know,
ballot.
because she sucked. But this was for Mental Landscape. This was our band before Half-Life. The reason I got that was playing on this CD. Wasn't it? Wait, this was 95. No, it was. This was 94, so it was the one. Was the one before
CD.
this?
Heroes Bar.
Heroes Bar.
It was
I won for that?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's just put the
Okay,
guitar on that made the bass sound so much better.
Yeah.
I was right. That was a cringe fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was blood curdling.
The very last one we'll do is just this, and this is when Jeremy used to smoke, and he hasn't smoked in how long?
That's the guy
Long
who...
time, 4 or 5 years.
That's the guy from the real world who auditioned who said,
Yeah. This is the guy who auditioned.
Just
Yeah.
lighting up a dart.
Didn't you used to roll your own cigarettes for a while?
I mean, I did everything, every type of cigarette smoking you could possibly
yeah,
imagine.
that was that like
Used to
90s in the
smoke
cast corridor.
Gauloises.
Yeah.
I was a cigarette aficionado.
What's the one that begins with a D? Not Dunham's, Durham's.
Dunhills.
Dunhills.
Yeah, Dunhills.
Yeah.
I would try. I mean,
Dunhills are cigars.
So they had cigarettes. They
made cigarettes.
They made a
in
brand
the
of fancy
boxes.
cigarettes. Then those Turkish ovals.
Oh yeah.
I used to love. I can taste them now.
Nothing beats rolling those drums.
He's like, the drums.
And bugle.
God.
And even worse stuff.
Even worse.
Even like lower grade tobacco.
Gas station tobacco. Detroit gas
that
station.
was
gas
like
corridor
you
tobacco.
could see that it was basically construction paper, brown construction paper.
And had nails, roofing nails.
Roofing nails. Yeah, there was the
shredded paper bags that they couldn't use.
This is crazy though. I can't get over this picture because this this
That computer.
that computer setup back there.
Our first computer.
That was the very computer that I did all of the sound design for Mutant Swinger on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did that in the living room.
Yeah.
And we were.
The story that ended up coming from that was pretty good was we were doing voiceovers and I did like a fake voiceover, and in it the character was walking away and I had said like mumbled sucker, like they were mumbling when they were walking away, and we thought it was hilarious. We laughed our asses off. I ended up leaving that B take in it for a version of the film that was a almost final cut version that he had shown to people. So the word sucker made it into his squeaky clean 50s style monster movie.
Yeah. In all fairness to and this was the hippie that auditioned for us.
Oh yeah.
That's who we
This guy.
auditioned for.
Yeah, that's Jim.
That's Jim.
The
That's
man,
not him. This is Jim.
The man known as Jim.
Oh, poet, as you can see.
Yeah.
That is so not you.
I know.
I know. What? Even your profile looks different. Did somebody break your nose? What?
My nose is broken a couple times.
Yeah, it was. Since then, really?
Looks
Where
like
was
Meatloaf.
I? Yeah, well, everybody used to tell me you looked like Meatloaf, the singer. It was like you got so sick of hearing that. And then you cut your hair off, and everybody said you were Guy Fieri because you had blonde hair.
Yeah, which isn't much better.
No,
Meatloaf seems pretty good at that point.
Well, and what was it with all the food references? It's like,
It wasn't
what
like-
does that say about you?
At least there wasn't people coming up to you and saying, "Hey, you look like a fat Meatloaf." And then, "Hey, you look like a fat Guy Fieri."
Oh my God. So anyway, that was what he looked like when I met him. That was fun. Not really.
For you.
For me.
Well, thank you for the stroll down Amnesia Lane. All
Yeah.
the things you could be watching. Squirrels dressed in cowboy outfits, amputee clown porn. You chose this, which is on you.
This is never going to be a serious time with us, I think it's safe to say.
No.
We are going to record many fun podcast type things. Allegedly. And I think they're fun. They just...
I'm not saying they're not fun. I'm just saying that we're allegedly going to record them.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to record them.
Oh, okay.
We're doing 5 more tonight.
Oh.
No, I'm just Go change.
This
Look-
has become
look like it's a
band
different-
rehearsal too.
See, you know that thing with that song?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So there may be times where one of them can't make it, and FYI, we live 500 miles apart now.
Right. Good for all of them, and good for
This
you.
is why we're friends again. We
Yeah.
get along so well.
That's true.
Because we had to put a state between us. Thank you, Ohio. Ohio's good for something. What do you know?
Yeah.
Oh, spice.
I'm sorry, Detroiters. We have that Ohio Detroit rivalry.
I'm not going to defend
You're
Ohio.
okay. Yeah, I know.
Good job.
Okay.
They
yeah.
couldn't defend themselves. How we got the UP.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Let's
So
wrap it up. Cheers to
wrapping
you.
up. Cheers, everybody. Hey, we got empty glasses and we're doing cheers.
And cheers with
And-
empty glasses.
That's right. In the books.
I don't know. Ding.
Close it.
And the next time, who knows what's going to happen? We have no idea. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to put a link to the band page on Instagram and on Facebook. You can also listen on Apple Music, and I will put the link to that.
You can.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
We did that.
Yeah, you did that. And you know what's great? On Apple Music are the 2 CDs that I played. The Sin and Tonic and Guilty Pleasures that I played on.
Well, we still haven't figured out the problems. 'Cause
Yeah,
every time you
so-
play one of those, if you like Half-Life, you might like Miley Cyrus.
The algorithm knows that.
There are 2 of the CDs on Apple Music that you can buy songs, and they're the ones I play on. So yeah, yay!
Yeah.
Right now, what is the band? What are the plans for the band? Because of things being in lockdown, no.
Well, nothing. That's
Yeah,
what the
nothing.
plans are.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
we're
you're
recording and
gonna be
writing.
writing
We're,
and
yeah, we're
recording.
recording and writing music. I mean, we're always
Same
doing that.
thing we always plan, Marilyn. Plan to
Take over the world.
And on that,
We're up.
we have
We're
to
out.
go.
Bye.